Hello and welcome back to my channel if you are a returning subscriber. And if you're new, my name is Bunny and this is Bunny Awakens, where we talk all things self-improvement. We talk about the spiritual awakening process. We talk about psychology. We talk about yogic philosophy, really just getting into the nitty-gritty of how we can become our best self and what means it takes to get there, because for each person that looks different. We're all wired differently, and what works for some of us might not work for all of us. However, I'm here to aid in supporting each and every one of us in trying to find out how we can become the best version of ourselves. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Today, we're going to keep it short and sweet, and we're going to talk about something that is super important in today's world, because I'm not hitting this microphone, am I? All right. I have to watch myself because I will assault this microphone if I'm not careful. Back on track. In today's world, I feel like, especially for women, we are like self-love is shoved down our throat. Like, you should love yourself, like love who you are, girl. Like, yes, yes, queen. Like, there's no accountability for women. Like, I'm just gonna say it. There is no accountability for women in today's society. It's all like, you should love yourself no matter what. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be the first to say it. That's absolute bullshit. It's bullshit. Yes, self-love is important, but self-love without self-respect is absolute delusion. And here's why. Just simple terms. Let's look at this. Say you have a partner and you love your partner and you love this person dearly, but this partner continually lets you down. You ask your partner to do something for you. They say they'll do it, but they don't. This partner doesn't respect you, and you don't really respect them. What would you call that? That's an unhealthy relationship. And anybody in their right mind would encourage you to get out of that or take steps to get out of that. And so if you're loving yourself from this place of radical self-acceptance, where no matter what, I'm going to love myself, that is a toxic relationship with yourself. Like, that is straight up delusion. I'm sorry. But let's take a look at my life. I'll get personal. Like, 3 years ago, I was a college dropout. I smoked pot every single day. And I wasn't the worst person in the world, but I certainly wasn't in a healthy relationship. Not only at my partner's fault, but my fault too. Like, neither one of us were perfect. I was not the best version of myself, and I knew this. But because our media is like, yes, you should love yourself, no matter what your mental illnesses is, if you have anxiety, depression, like, embrace mental health and all this stuff. But realistically speaking, if I was just in that place, be like, I love myself anyways, I love myself, I would have never actually taken the accountability to work on myself. I've since then graduated college. While I was working 2 jobs and going to school full time, I managed to graduate college. I went back and I got my first responder certification for OEC, which is like an outdoor emergency care cert for ski patrol. I've gotten a yoga certification. I've moved across the country, and I've since found my way into a lot healthier relationship dynamics. If I would have just been like, yeah, I love myself, I never would have felt the need to change. And that's what's so important about this movement, is that we're not promoting loving ourselves. We're promoting accepting our faults. That's what we're promoting. And that's not healthy. If you truly love someone, and I mean healthy love that's actually worth fighting for, love that's worth something, is when you have enough love for that person, whether it be outside of you or it be yourself, to say, you know what? I care about you enough to call you out and tell you that you're fucking up. Like, you're not being everything you could be. You're making mistakes. And that's what love is. Love is being able to have enough conviction to show up for somebody in those dark times and tell them that this isn't you, man. Like, the way you're acting, like, I know you're capable of better. And there's a healthy way to go through that. And maybe I'll make a video that, like, very direct, like, you're better than that, isn't always the most effective way to get through to somebody who's in that fight or flight response, who's not making the best choices. But yeah, that's what love is. Love is not just this love is not accepting somebody for all their demons. It's loving someone enough to help them overcome their demons. It's not loving someone to the extent that you're willing to dance with their demons. If you love someone to the extent that you're willing to dance with their demons, then you need to leave, because you're not helping yourself and you're not helping them either. You're just not. And so if you're in a relationship with somebody else or yourself where you don't love them enough to have those hard conversations and be like, you know what, you're not everything you could be. And I had to sit on my bed and I had to really think about myself and the choices I'd made. I'm like, do I really want to be a college dropout? Do I really want to, be smoking pot every day? Do I really want to not live up to my potential? And that conversation sucked. Like, being that brutally honest with yourself to sit down and be like, man, I'm not everything that I know I could be given I actually applied myself. And so self-love without self-respect, having enough respect for yourself to show up and continuously day after day of like, you know what, I've got a goal to graduate college, or you know what, I've got a goal that I want to lose weight and get in shape. Showing up for yourself, that's self-love. That's respecting yourself enough to show up. Being morbidly overweight and saying, I love myself anyways, that's not self-love, that's delusion. That is absolute delusion. That is an unhealthy relationship that one has with themselves. Because if someone truly loved, they would have enough sense about them to know that if this person is overweight to the extent that they're not able to function in normal everyday activities, that this is going to impact their health down the line, they would have enough love, even if it was hard, to have that conversation with themselves or with somebody else and be like, you know what, I need to lose weight. I want to be able to be there for my kids. I want to be able to play with my kids, get down on the ground. I want to have mobility that I can play with my grandkids one day. And that's what love is. And so I'm sorry, but all this stuff in the media right now that you should love yourself no matter what, delusion. It is delusion. Show up for yourself. Get up every day. And I mean get up every day and ask yourself, what am I doing that is keeping me from being the best version of myself? And self-improvement is a journey. You don't have to wake up one day and just be like, I fucking suck, man. Like, I hate myself. I hate my life. Like, that's not productive. You can acknowledge these things and take little steps to getting to where you inevitably want to be, which is what happened for me. I didn't just wake up one day and go from being a college dropout pothead to being someone who'd moved across the country, started I'd say a pretty admirable career in first responding, and had graduated college, became a yoga teacher. I didn't do that overnight. I had to wake up and make small incremental steps and decide that I was worth showing up for, decide I was worth someone of actually loving. Like, I had to decide that I truly was somebody worth showing up for and caring for and respecting and truly healthily loving. And so that's the message today. Wherever you are in your journey, if you are where I was, a few years ago, or, if you're wherever you are, wherever you are in your journey, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. For whatever reason, you are meant to experience the experiences that got you here. And now you get to make a choice between loving yourself delusionally and staying the same, or making that effort to make the hard decisions, actually respect yourself, and become the person that you know that you inevitably could be if you tried. So without further ado, I think I will just say my goodbyes. I don't like my videos to be too long. Why say lot word when a few words do trick? So I am Bunny. This is Bunny Awakens. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel. I hope that you'll like and comment on this video your thoughts, your opinions. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, like, let's have a civil conversation, man. Yeah. So I hope wherever you are, you're having a good day. And without further ado, peace out.